Mom.
What's going on, Eric? How we doing? Say hi to me.
Hi.
I got the chair. Go ahead. Let me see you try to stand. He wants to stand, but he can't. It's the weirdest thing. You try again? Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I got the chair. I think you can do it. I can't tell the whole story. It'll be a 14-hour video. In 2002, my father died, and he had an aortic aneurysm while he was driving, and my brother was in the passenger seat. Pretty traumatic event for him. My father collapsed, and then the car veered off the road into a ravine. What happened afterwards was we moved my mom to Florida, my mom and my brother to Florida. A couple years he was very sad, and he was crying, just had a general sadness about him. And my mom felt very bad. She didn't know what to do, so at the suggestion of a friend, she brought him to a psychiatrist. The first medication he was put on was Prozac and then Zoloft. The next thing I know, I'm getting a phone call from my mom that he's in the, they're in the hospital because he's freaking out. Obviously that wasn't a good idea, so she brought him back to the psychiatrist and she prescribed gabapentin. That was even worse, and then he ended up at a mental institution, psych ward. He eventually ended up at Sarasota Memorial Hospital, and then another doctor that was working at the hospital asked my mom to bring him into his office for a private visit. His office was giving out free samples of Seroquel. Now, Seroquel is a very powerful antipsychotic that was created for schizophrenia and possibly bipolar disorder, but my brother was never diagnosed with anything. He doesn't have bipolar disorder, he's not schizophrenic, and he doesn't suffer from major depression. He took that for 13 years, which is a very long time. This doctor's office was giving out free samples of the drug. It was very hot at the time too. We're going back to about 2005. It mellowed him out because it's a powerful sedative, right? So compared to the other drugs, it seemed to chill him out. There were very weird episodes over the next decade of really strange things. When he was on the gabapentin, the Neurontin, one of the reasons that my mom had to call the police was because Eric was actually in the corner of the family room trying to rip his eyeball out, okay? Now, my brother's mentally disabled, so he can't express any problems or feelings or things the way we can, obviously. But he was going around the house saying things that he doesn't even know what they are, like I want to kill myself, Thoughts of suicide to him are not, he doesn't know what that is. A whole bunch of weird behavior during the course of time on Seroquel, definitely not a good thing to be taken for such a long time. At the beginning of 2018, again, I'm on the phone with my mom a lot, and she starts telling me about his behavior, and it sounds really weird. All of a sudden, he's not sleeping anymore. He's staying up all night. He's taking apart all his electronics and breaking things, ripping all his clothes. He's looking out the blinds all night long because all of a sudden he's afraid of the dark. He's waking my mom up in the middle of the night saying, I can't sleep, I don't like the dark. This is completely brand new, out of the blue, out of nowhere. So I go down, and I'm in Sarasota, and I'm observing this very bizarre behavior from Eric. One night I'm sitting in his room with him, and he's just sitting on the edge of the bed and just staring at a blank TV. And he would be doing this, he would do that for like 2 hours, just stare at the TV, blank screen. And so I'm talking to him, and I noticed, that he's very different. He used to always laugh with me. He was not laughing very much. Now he doesn't laugh at all. This last visit that I just came from. My mom and I decided, let's get him off the Seroquel. What kind of protocol is required to wean Eric off of the Seroquel? Okay, because you can't just take these things off. This doctor's answer to that was prescribe Divalproex, Depakote, and Olanzapine, Zyprexa. Dr. Joseph Kalea put him on these pills in addition to Seroquel. 2 weeks later, after this, he was walking in the house. My mom's on the phone with me, and she's telling me he can't walk. He's holding the walls as he's walking. That's obviously not normal.
Buenas noches.
He can't walk, can't go to the bathroom. My mom has been taking care of him 24/7, cleaning up after him 24/7. I mean, it's an absolute living nightmare. He's got tremors, shakes. He has involuntary, things like this. I was able to keep him with me, but he's definitely droning out, getting zombied out, you know what I'm saying, right? He also developed glaucoma back in 2013, and then it's very possible that that could be from the Seroquel. If you have glaucoma, you're not supposed to be taking these kind of drugs. Yeah, the doctor's supposed to get you off of them immediately, but nobody said anything. So tell me, Eric, so you can't walk?
I can't walk. Cannot.